Hello and welcome. I'm really happy you're here. Take a moment to relax. You don't need to rush. You don't need to be perfect. This time is just for you. You're here to listen, to practice, and to slowly build confidence in your English speaking. Many people can understand English when they listen or read. They know the words. They know the meaning. But when it's time to speak, their mind feels empty. They don't know what to say. They feel nervous or shy. If that sounds like you, don't worry. This is very common. And today, we're going to make speaking English feel easier and more natural. We're not going to talk about difficult topics. We're not going to use big words. We're going to talk about something simple and real. Your daily life. The things you do every day. When you talk about your own life, English becomes easier because you already know the story. You already know what happens. You just need the words. As you listen, try to relax your shoulders. Take a slow breath. You can listen quietly, or you can repeat after me in a soft voice. You can pause the audio anytime. There is no pressure here. Even one sentence is enough. Speaking English is a skill, and skills grow slowly, step by step. Let's begin with the start of the day. The morning. Morning is important because it sets the mood for the rest of the day. It's also a great time to practice simple English sentences. In the morning, I usually wake up at a certain time. Maybe you wake up early. Maybe you wake up late. Everyone is different. You can say, I wake up at 7 in the morning. Or, I wake up at 6:30. Or, I wake up late on weekends. These are simple sentences, but they are real English. When I wake up, the first thing I do is stay in bed for a few minutes. I open my eyes slowly. I think about the day ahead. Sometimes I feel calm. Sometimes I feel tired. Sometimes I don't want to get out of bed. And that's okay. You can say, I feel tired in the morning. Or, I feel relaxed when I wake up. After a few minutes, I get out of bed. I stretch my arms and legs. I take a deep breath. Then I walk to the bathroom. I brush my teeth slowly. I wash my face with water. Sometimes the water is cold, and it helps me wake up. You can try saying that. The cold water helps me wake up. Some people take a shower in the morning. Some people don't. If you do, you can say, I take a shower in the morning. Or, I take a quick shower before work. While I'm in the shower, I think about my plans for the day. Sometimes I listen to music. Sometimes I just enjoy the quiet. After that, I get dressed. I choose my clothes. If I'm going to work or school, I wear something comfortable. If I'm staying at home, I wear casual clothes. You can say, I wear comfortable clothes. Or, I wear jeans and a shirt. These are easy sentences, but they help you speak naturally. Next, I think about breakfast. Breakfast can be simple. I usually eat something small. Maybe toast. Maybe eggs. Maybe fruit. Sometimes I don't feel very hungry. Sometimes I feel very hungry. You can say, I eat breakfast at home. Or, I don't eat breakfast every day. I usually drink something in the morning. Maybe coffee. Maybe tea. Maybe just water. You can say, I drink coffee in the morning. Or, I drink tea because it helps me feel calm. When you talk about food and drinks, you are using very useful English. While I eat breakfast, I might check my phone. I look at messages. I check the time. Sometimes I read the news. Other days, I don't use my phone at all. I just sit quietly. You can say, I check my phone in the morning. Or, I like quiet mornings. Before I leave the house, I prepare my things. I take my phone. I take my keys. I take my bag. I make sure I have everything I need. This is a very common part of daily life. You can say, I prepare my bag before I leave. Or I check my things before going out. If I work or study outside, I leave the house in the morning. I lock the door. I walk to the bus stop. Or I get in my car. Or I walk to work. Everyone's life is different, and that's okay. You can say, I go to work in the morning. Or I stay at home and study. Now, let me tell you a short story about a morning. Listen first. Then, if you want, repeat some sentences. In the morning, I wake up at 7 o'clock. I stay in bed for a few minutes and think about the day. I feel a little tired but calm. Then I get out of bed and walk to the bathroom. I brush my teeth and wash my face with cold water. It helps me feel awake. After that, I take a quick shower and get dressed. I wear comfortable clothes. I go to the kitchen and make breakfast. I eat toast and drink a cup of coffee. While I eat, I look out the window and enjoy the quiet. Before I leave the house, I check my phone and prepare my bag. Then I put on my shoes and start my day. That's a full morning story. It's not difficult. It's just real life. And you can tell your own story like this. Even if it's short, it's still good practice. Now, let's slow down and practice some simple sentences together. You can repeat after me, or just listen. I wake up in the morning. I get out of bed slowly. I brush my teeth and wash my face. I get dressed and eat breakfast. I prepare my things and start my day. Very good. Even saying these sentences quietly in your mind helps your English. Remember, you don't need to speak fast. You don't need to sound like a native speaker. You just need to speak clearly and calmly. Confidence comes from practice, not perfection. As you go through your day, you can practice English in small moments. When you wake up, say one sentence in English. When you eat, say one sentence. When you leave the house, say one sentence. These small habits make a big difference over time. You're doing well. Just by listening, you're improving. Just by trying, you're moving forward. Keep going. Take a breath. And when you're ready, we'll continue with the next part of the day. Now let's continue with the next part of the day. The middle of the day. This is usually when people are busy. Some people are at work. Some people are in school or college. Some people stay at home and take care of daily tasks. No matter what you do, this part of the day gives you many chances to practice English in a natural way. After the morning routine, I usually focus on my main work or activity. If I work, I sit down at my desk and start my tasks. I open my computer. I check my emails. I read messages from coworkers or clients. Sometimes I feel motivated. Sometimes I feel tired. Both feelings are normal. You can say, I start my work in the morning. Or, I feel tired but I keep going. If you study, your day might look a little different. You might go to class. You might study at home. You can say, I attend my classes during the day. Or, I study at home and review my lessons. These sentences are simple, but they are very useful. While I work or study, I usually take short breaks. I stand up. I stretch my body. I drink some water. These small actions help me feel better. You can say, I take short breaks during the day. Or, I drink water to stay fresh. Around the middle of the day, most people eat lunch. Lunch can be at home, at work, or outside. I usually eat something light. Sometimes I eat rice and vegetables. Sometimes I eat a sandwich. Sometimes I eat whatever is available. You can say, I eat lunch around 1 o'clock. Or, I eat lunch with my family. After lunch, many people feel a little sleepy. This is very common. You can say, I feel sleepy after lunch. Or, I feel slow in the afternoon. These sentences describe real feelings, and that makes your English sound natural. When I feel sleepy, I try to stay active. I walk around for a few minutes. I wash my face. I drink tea or coffee. Small actions help me focus again. You can say, I drink tea to stay awake. Or I take a short walk. In the afternoon, I continue with my work or studies. I try to finish important tasks. I write notes. I make a simple list of things to do. Making lists helps me stay organized. You can say, I make a to-do list. Or, I finish my tasks in the afternoon. Sometimes the afternoon feels long. Sometimes time passes quickly. Both are normal. You can describe this by saying, the afternoon feels long today. Or, the afternoon goes by fast. If I have free time in the afternoon, I like to use it well. Sometimes I rest. Sometimes I read. Sometimes I practice English. Practicing English doesn't need to be difficult. I might listen to audio. I might repeat simple sentences. I might think in English while doing other things. You can say, I practice English in my free time. Now let me tell you a short story about an afternoon. Listen carefully. Then, if you want, repeat some parts. After lunch, I go back to my desk. I open my computer and check my emails. I reply to the important messages first. Then I continue working on my tasks. Around 3 o'clock, I feel a little tired, so I stand up and stretch. I make a cup of tea and drink it slowly. It helps me feel better. In the afternoon, I try to finish my work before the day ends. If I have free time, I listen to English audio and repeat some sentences quietly. Before I stop working, I write down what I did today. This helps me feel organized and calm. That is a simple afternoon story. It doesn't need special words. It just needs clear sentences. Now let's slow down again and practice together. You can repeat after me or listen quietly. In the afternoon, I work or study. I eat lunch and take a short break. I feel a little tired, but I continue. I finish my tasks and stay focused. I use my free time to rest or learn. Very good. You're doing well. One important thing to remember is that English is not something you only study. It's something you use. You can use English in your thoughts. You can describe what you are doing in your mind. For example, you can think, I am working now. I am drinking water. I'm taking a break. This is a powerful habit. You don't need to speak out loud all the time. Even thinking in English helps. It trains your brain to use English naturally. Over time, speaking becomes easier. Sometimes, the afternoon brings small problems. Maybe work is difficult. Maybe you feel stressed. You can describe these feelings in English too. You can say, I feel stressed today. Or, I have a lot of work. These are very common expressions. When you describe your feelings, English becomes more personal. It becomes part of your life, not just a subject to study. As the afternoon comes to an end, I start to slow down. I finish my last task. I clean my desk. I prepare for the evening. This is a good time to think about the day. You can ask yourself simple questions. What did I do today? What went well? What was difficult? You can answer these questions in English with short sentences. For example, today I worked a lot. Or, today was a good day. Or, today was tiring but I learned something new. These sentences help you reflect and improve. Before moving into the evening, take a moment. Breathe slowly. You've practiced many sentences already. That's progress. You don't need to rush. You're building a skill that will stay with you. Soon, the day becomes quieter. The work slows down. The light changes. And the evening begins. This is a perfect time to relax and use gentle English. We'll continue there next. As the day moves into the evening, everything starts to slow down. The noise becomes softer. The rush of the day begins to fade. Evening is a time to relax, to reflect, and to gently use English without pressure. When I come home in the evening, the first thing I do is take off my shoes. I sit down for a moment and rest. Even a few minutes of rest can make a big difference. You can say, I rest when I get home. Or, I feel tired in the evening. Some people live with family. Some people live alone. Some people share a home with others. No matter your situation, evening routines are a great way to practice simple English. After resting, I usually think about food. I might cook dinner. I might order food. Or I might eat something simple. You can say, I cook dinner in the evening. Or, I eat something simple because I'm tired. If I cook, I prepare the ingredients slowly. I wash vegetables. I turn on the stove. I wait for the food to be ready. Cooking gives me time to think. Sometimes I think in English while I cook. I say simple sentences in my mind, like I am cooking dinner now. The food smells good. If I eat with family, we sit together and talk about our day. We share small stories. We talk about work, school, or plans for tomorrow. You can say, I eat dinner with my family. Or we talk about our day. If I eat alone, I still enjoy the moment. I eat slowly. I enjoy the food. Sometimes I watch a video or listen to music. Sometimes I enjoy the quiet. You can say, I eat dinner alone and relax. After dinner, I usually clean up. I wash the dishes. I clean the table. These are small actions, but they are part of daily life. You can describe them easily in English. I wash the dishes. I clean the kitchen. In the evening, I like to relax. Everyone relaxes in different ways. Some people watch TV. Some people read. Some people go for a walk. Some people talk to friends. You can say, I watch TV in the evening. Or, I go for a short walk to relax. If I go for a walk, I move slowly. I look around. I breathe fresh air. Walking helps clear my mind. You can say, I go for a walk after dinner. Or, I feel calm when I walk. Sometimes, the evening is a good time to practice English. Not in a stressful way. Just a gentle way. I might listen to English audio. I might repeat a few sentences. I might think about my day in English. This kind of practice feels light and natural. Now let me tell you a short evening story. Listen calmly. In the evening, I come home and take off my shoes. I sit down and rest for a few minutes. Then I prepare dinner. I cook something simple and eat slowly. After dinner, I clean the kitchen and relax. I watch a short video and listen to music. Later, I go for a short walk to get fresh air. When I come back, I feel calm and ready to rest. That is a full evening routine. Simple, but useful. As night comes, the body starts to feel tired. This is a sign that the day is ending. Before bed, I usually prepare for sleep. I take a shower. I brush my teeth. I change into comfortable clothes. You can say, I get ready for bed. Or, I feel sleepy at night. Before sleeping, I like to slow down my mind. I don't rush. I might read a few pages of a book. I might listen to calm music. I might sit quietly for a moment. You can say, I relax before sleeping. This is also a good time to think about the day. You can review your day in simple English. For example, today was busy. Today was good. Today was difficult, but I tried my best. You don't need long sentences. Short sentences are enough. They help you build confidence. Now let's practice some final sentences together. You can repeat softly or just listen. In the evening, I relax and rest. I eat dinner and enjoy the moment. I slow down and feel calm. At night, I prepare for sleep. I end my day with peaceful thoughts. Very good. Before you sleep, you can make English part of your routine. Just 1 or 2 sentences. For example, today I learned something new. Or, I tried to speak English today. These small moments matter. Remember, learning English is not about doing everything perfectly. It's about showing up even for a few minutes. It's about using English in your real life. When you talk about your day, you are practicing real communication. You don't need special topics. You don't need complex grammar. You need simple sentences and patience. Over time, you will notice a change. Speaking will feel easier. Words will come faster. Your confidence will grow. This happens slowly, but it happens if you stay consistent. Be kind to yourself. Every sentence you speak is progress. Every time you listen, you are learning. Every time you try, you are improving. Thank yourself for taking this time. You showed up today. You practiced. And that matters. Now take a deep breath. Let your body rest. Let your mind relax. Tomorrow is another day and another chance to practice English in a simple, natural way. Good job. Keep going.